Hello guys, my name is Fetis, and today I'm going to show you how professionals attempt to get entry picks on the T side of the Overpass and how they will start off their gun rounds. Gaining an entry kill is pivotal to winning T side rounds due to lots of rounds being won when the team gets into a 5v4. So how do we go about improving this? After looking at all player statistics on HLTV, I've developed this graph showcasing all the entry statistics of all the players in the past 3 months. I've noted the most aggressive AWPers and some of the best in the game, such as Brokey, Device and Zywoo. All of these AWPers have incredibly low attempt rate, but incredibly high success rate. To start, I use DemoDive to search for all the possible early AWP picks on the T side within the first 20 seconds. I took all the data from DemoDive for the first 100 AWP kills in the first 20 seconds, looked them up in CSGO lands and inputted all the data into a spreadsheet and wrote for where the AWP picks occur. From finding all of these AWP picks, we will narrow them down into individual moves which we can implement into our own game. Here are the picks and starting positions professional AWPers use and their respective named calls. To start off with, we will go basic in just peeking over mid. This is the most common peek, either dry peeking, looking behind the smoke, or flashing hide to peek. If you find the kill, you can switch faster towards A, like Astralis Silent and Christu do. They know STY, the other A player, is in connector, so he pushes up and holds banana to lock off any rotating players from pushing in and aggressing. If you have a good spawn, you could try this aggressive play that we will call Device. This will surprise any AWP or rifle trying to peek mid-dry, or if anybody is trying to do the nade that lands into playground. As you can see, Device, as soon as he notices the grenade thrown, instantly rushes to peek where you throw it from. If you play against a team that uses this a lot, this is a great spawn-based pick to do. Another basic A start is starting playground. This is to hold for long aggression since it's a very hard fight to win with a rifle if anybody swings. This allows you to control early A aggression from long or middle and allows the rifles to play around the mid smoke since it's a better fight for them. Typically, if there's one molly in mid, maybe the other A player is rushing long. Also, this allows you to play 2 or only 1 in mid and put an extra rifler towards connector or B. A nice aggro pick an AWP or rifle can make is a play called Afro. This strat employs the use of a fast party molly to block any CT's aggressive party, which when you peek is also a one way to peek behind for anybody that plays Divider. To throw this, have a supporting rifler throw the molly and a flash by aiming at this section of the door, in between these two dots, and run through. The flash, just aim in this gap and run through. Flash below mid also for him. This pick is nice as you can control the tempo of mid and trap anyone that might want to play it around connector whilst also picking anyone around divider or front toilets. Just make sure to watch out for those pesky aggressive CTs. Starting connector is a good way if the CTs play more in connector and aren't aggressive in mid. Holding early allows you to kill aggro CTs, peeking and means your connector player can clear it more efficiently as he can molly up the steps to trap a player in connector to fight. The AWP can then flash the angle or walk up with it. Also, what is important about starting connector is you can have your B player fake short control through smoking the short molly and flashing so the CTs think you are in short. You can position yourself in connector holding B short, waiting for the CTs to retake the short position. This is great as a lot of CTs put their mid-round aggression into short so that they can rotate A, and this play will grant you a free kill. You can also flex and then fight divider and take an AWP duel with a flash assist. A nice fast peeking connector is what we call the Steroid peek. He will grenade the steps and rush to peek the B player that jump spots. This shot is pretty easy to make if you have decent reactions, which I think more people should make since this player will always jump spot on their CT side. We run this quite a bit in our team, which has an incredibly high success rate. This as well opens up B short for your teammate to gain space, as well as a connector player who can clear connector with you faster. We will start off this section on B with the typical anti-eco strategy, which is a heavy B default from Big. Since the CTs can't afford a monster smoke and having one saved weapon, Hype will hold the wood peak, allowing his team to walk up and clear close, and then molling barrels or flashing from pillar for them. This can be a straight up AWP duel if any saved AWPs want to go for a surprise pick towards B. They will delay the monster smoke so the AWP, Henny in this case, can try to get a quick peek, but Nikados punishes him. Vorzi here were doing a heavy B default, got the kill on Boomich, the monster player, so walked up B with 2, and Zolte flashed from pillar for them by aiming at the huge tower and run throwing. When doing any set monster exec out of spawn or a B rush, it is important to have the AWP play support and throw flashes, as it's better to let the rifles rush, and the AWP can catch off anybody trying to be cheeky and flank, or hold any CT that might want to exit connected to fight onto B site. Understanding how your opponent reacts to short control is extremely important, and you will win a lot of rounds on the T side, as you can bait the CTs into peeking you. Typically, not mollying or smoking the short molly means the CT will push for free map control, and you can punish the over-aggression by holding, just like iDisbalance did. His teammate didn't molly short, so MDS aggressed, thinking map control was free, and got punished. Lastly, fast short peeks are good for a quick surprise towards the B site, picking off players that are trying to block monster. Have your supporting player molly B short and flash for you, drop your molly to him, smoke the short molly, and peek. There are lots of combinations of things you can do when you do this, but make sure your connector player is immediately smoking the door or left side connector so you don't get shot. It is better to smoke left side since you can also clear connector from short, or if you get the kills you can safely go through the door without being shot and react onto B. Some of the variations you can employ, for example, is in this 9 Nexus game where Hades slow peeks and the B default in K flashes monster to bait like it's a monster pop, drawing the short player towards monster to kill him. Also in addition, he has Goofy to come into B short with him to peek with him. This is a recurring theme, like in the Spirit Academy LDSC game, where Artfrost slow peek short, while Softstick does a monster lurk smoke and a flash indicating a monster take, killing Gravity. For the lineup, get stuck in front of the car, crouch, aim above the arrow on the metal beam, and jump through. A nice idea was in the Sprout Cloud9 game, where Zello decided to slow peek short with an AWP, killing Buster and trapping Hobbit to pillar. The slower peek was nice since most players expect the AWP to instantly rush and peek. Since Hobbit was trapped, they coordinated a boost in short with Langston's iPhone to kill Hobbit. With 2 kills, they just reacted out monster. The last one towards short was in this big Academy Viperio game. They went heavy B with Sensei peeking short, killing 1. They had 2 players in short that double naded wood, while a monster player also naded wood and spammed. When they get the kill, he also mollied barrels to force anyone out for the AWP to try and kill him. The last of the early picks players get is the infamous spawn tower. There are 2 ways to do this, 4-man or 5-man. 4-man boost is super fast and allows you to default still and disassemble fast as you're only trying to pick the monster player or the rotate player jumping out of heaven. To do this boost, the first spawn crouches against the wall, the next spawn jumps on his head, third spawn jumps off the railing onto his head, lastly the AWP jumps onto his head from the railing and surfs against the wall. The 5th player can do utility to mask the boost, either by mollying short or smoking the mid molly, or both. I like the idea that K23 have. They send out one of their players to straight rush monster solo and try to get out, since if they kill the guy in heaven, who would be the monster player, they would surprise the B players. Another idea is what alternate attacks do. When they do the 4-man boost, they send Speedy to go smoke the mid molly, and then he will sit close to the wall. After they do the boost, they will get a flash in from Freeze over the T steps so that he can clear anybody playground. Another cool idea is what into the Bindu versus Zero Tenacity. After they get the kill, they had Wolfie smoke the mid molly and flash just to stop any mid presence. And then since they knew that B was weak, they just went B, glazed the monster smoke, just did a nose flash on the right side, got a kill, and they pretty much just had B. The 5-man boost takes more coordination to assemble. The first player stands, the second spawn jumps on his head from the railing, the third player jumps on his head, the 4th player boosts the AWP on the railing to run boost onto the tower. This boost is great for overview as you can see the monster railings, mid-site boost, B short boost, and heaven. The issue with doing these towers is people will react to push map control since they know all 5 of you are in spawn. To counter this, LDLC will have their 4th spawn in Brooksy throw this B short molly to make it look like a default, and then he'll go connector. If they get the kill, spotted or disassemble, they will resume a 2-on-2 default. The reason for this is because since they know you are boosted, they will push for map control. Also, you aren't smoking the mid molly, which is a good giveaway for the CTs to aggro since you can't be in playground. Therefore, on B, they will re-molly short and flash to clear, granting Amaneka kill. And in mid, they will flash over the playground wall and swing right to clear anybody in playground. LDLC don't always retake short from the pipe. In this clip vs Copenhagen Flames, Brooksy asks for a flash so that he can run out connector. In the meantime, he smokes off left side and runs out to surprise the enemy. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also follow me on Twitter. Thank you, and goodbye.